our favorite NFL football team, the magnificent, the great, the one and only New England Patriots. Great game.
Oof.
Great game.
Oh. It was a close one. Tilt all the way. Barn
I really thought that they
just
had
really
it.
Was.
I really thought that they had the game in the bag.
Couple plays down the stretch killed them. Couple plays down the stretch.
Game was over as on the third play of the game, 3rd and 3. As soon as Jimmy scrambled out of that sack, game was over right then and there. Over. Took it.
Cam sucks. Or no, he did suck. I'm still
He's
not
just struggling. I think he could do all right.
I don't like Stidham either. So I don't know. I don't know who to like. I hate them both.
So
now.
Indecisive. Like he has no like. It's not his fault that the receivers on the team like are.
We're back to week 2. We were riding so high on Cam.
Of getting separation, like they just can't. So like, he's not necessarily a guy who like forces it into double coverage. Like that's not really his style. So he's getting very like, oh crap, what do I do? And doesn't want to run it the whole time. So doesn't know what to do. And I don't know. Some of his throws have just been bad. But yeah. And then for Stidham, I mean, every time he goes into the game, we're already getting blown out. And defensive line or offensive?
Offensive.
Well, they're back now. Everyone's back.
Offensive.
Everyone's back and healthy, so that's good.
Regardless, the defense got trampled too. They did not look good at all. They did not look good at all.
Awful. Remember when we said that they were like actually good at defense?
Yeah.
Remember week 3 when we just like, Cam's the best. We hate Brady. 2-1. Should be 3-0. And then Cam gets cooties and everything goes downhill from there.
Well, see, again, I'm treating it like I said last week. I'm treating it like the MLB season, where this is just a development year. Cam's still getting used to the playbook. He certainly isn't used to throwing the ball this much. He's used to running it a lot. But I feel like the Patriots want to save his legs and don't want him to get injured because they don't want, after the Kansas City game, they don't want to have Stidham or Hoyer for the rest of the season. So I think this is, again, I'm treating it like the MLB season. It's whatever. It's a funky year. Teams aren't going to be fair. Things aren't going to be fair. So whatever. We'll just see what happens next next week against the Bills. Whatever.
Here's the thing. I listened to Nick Wright earlier today. And here's something very interesting. He gave me hope as a Patriots fan. The Bills have looked shaky all year. Belichick doesn't lose to Buffalo. It's just not the Belichick motto.
We're going to win the next 2 and go to 2 and 2.
They're going to win. They're going to be a game back of Buffalo. Buffalo goes and plays the Seahawks the week after. They're going to be tied for the lead. The Dolphins are starting their rookie quarterback against the Rams. The Dolphins are going to fall off. And then we get the Jets. We're going to be in first place in the division in 2 weeks. So much hope is riding on that. We're not a Super Bowl contender because we don't have the weapons offensively, and the defensive line isn't great. But let me tell you what, man, the playoffs are still very much in play for us.
Which is why
they're not out.
Which is why
it's the low point of the season. I think it's only going to get better from here.
Which is why I'm mad
Crucial
that
game
both
12-4.
Which I'm mad. But
all right, we can relax now.
Yeah, I'm mad at 2 things. One, that the Falcons are starting to actually. I mean, they blew another lead this week, but Julio's back on the field. He's playing well. I don't like that. And 2, the Odell injury. That was a killer because those are 2 receivers that have been rumored for the past, I don't know, Odell for the past like 2 years. Facts. And then the past couple of weeks with Julio and Odell. So I really thought that they were going to pull the trigger on
AJ Green.
AJ Green, yes. He's also had 2 good weeks.
But let me tell you this. I know this isn't going to sound great, but there's still a chance at Golden Tate and John Ross. So not fantastic receivers.
Golden Tate and Evan Engram in one trade.
Golden Tate plays more like Edelman. I'd rather have John Ross, a burner, Golden Tate, and Edelman, rather than Edelman, Demir Burton, and Jacoby Myers because Harry just got hurt. Like I'd rather have those 3 receivers than what we have now because, I think Cam can work with a little better. These guys, the receivers are not getting open. Phil Simms said it at halftime. They're not getting open. That's the problem. They're not getting open.
Well, yeah, I'll take any receiver over the receivers they have now.
Yeah. So I think there's a little bit of here, a little bit there, but there's still a chance that they can get significantly better. I mean,
the receivers,
it all falls down. Cam's got to quit with the interceptions, but this is the low point of the season. I think it's going to get better from here.
The issue right now is yes, the receivers are all terrible, but they just don't have a tight end. They need to get a receiver. If they can do like a deal with the Giants with a familiar, head coach, with Joe Judge, to get Ingram and Tate, that would be something to do. And then or look at Houston, another familiar organization with a bunch of your old coaches and stuff going on down there. Get Will Fuller or Brandon Cooks back, even though he's kind of trash. But
yeah, I wouldn't want Cooks or Randall Cobb. I wouldn't want either of them because they're
Fuller.
old.
I'd take Fuller.
Fuller, I would take.
Here's an idea. What happened to the guy from UCLA, the tight end we drafted way too early? Why not play him? Make good use of him.
He's played every single game other than last week. He's on the field all the time, has not been targeted, doesn't even run routes. He just blocks. He's terrible.
They drafted him because he's like Belichick. The scout report described him as some spectacular catcher and athletic tight end.
Yeah,
why don't you use that athleticism?
They described him. They described him as a basically a large wide receiver. And he's been blocking. He's on I'm pretty sure he's on the field goal team as the far right guy blocking. And he's terrible. He's now inactive because might as well give Dalton Keene a shot because they can't put Ryan Izzo inactive because at least he knows what he's doing. All second year of Ryan Izzo. He's so great. But it's a shame. We went from Gronk and good old Aaron Hernandez too.
Remember last year,
even Martellus
around week 2, it was AB, Josh Gordon, Demaryius Thomas, or not Demaryius Thomas, but AB, Josh Gordon, Julian Edelman. We blew out the Dolphins like 42-0, like Super Bowl or whatever. Super Bowl. Let's go.
We were 8-0. Okay.
Best receiver squad in the league, and then at the end of the season, our receivers are Jacoby Myers, Julian Edelman, and
I was saying this yesterday
or something. I don't remember.
Since the Patriots started last year, 8-0. So after the Cleveland game, and so since the Baltimore Sunday night game to now, in the last 15 games, we are 6-9.
Trash.
Yeah, Chief.
That's crazy.
Are we including the playoff game?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
6-9 in our last 15 games.
The New England way.